What's going on, guys? Lawson here today with Scott and Chris again, but right now we are in the Everglades fishing for largemouth bass. Something that I love to do but I don't get to do it all the time is bass fishing, because I mainly only do saltwater fishing, but whenever I get a chance to bass fish, I love it. We're in a place where Scott was saying this is a numbers game, catching tons and tons of fish, and already just pulling up, like, I'm seeing fish swimming everywhere here. So we're gonna flip and see if we can get on some largemouth. Boom, second flip, done. I flipped it and he ate it off the surface, basically. That was sweet. So you said this is a little one right now? That's a squeak? We're not dealing with huge fish today, but numbers, if you can see, that was genuinely my second flip with my creature bait in there, and I got wrecked. That one, he was like up in the structure. So many gar. It'll be fun to catch some of those on the fly.
It might be. They're going to be a hard one to catch.
Oh, the Oscar Lito just smoked me.
Yeah, they will. You will catch, no matter what, we will get it to you. There we go. You saw how slow you did that?
All right, and about 3 flips later, second largemouth on the flip. All right, not dealing with huge fish right there, probably just under a pound, but they'll get bigger, and it is awesome that I have made 2 flips. Scott literally just hooked a fish while I was doing that.
On frog.
This is psycho fishing right here. It's pretty freaking epic, and we've been fishing for 4 minutes. I've made 6 casts. This is gonna be dope. All right, so I've been flipping a little bit and have caught 2 fish literally in 5 minutes. But I broke off, and so I decided to tie on an easy swimmer right here, because Scott has been crushing them on a frog. Oh my God! I didn't even start reeling it yet. I landed and it ate it. Oh! Oh my God! I am in danger back here. Oh, there we go. Finally. Beautiful. 3rd largemouth right there. We're cranking them. We are literally getting bites like every single cast from Oscars. And that's like weeding between the Oscars to find some largemouth. It's kind of epic, to be honest. Because even though the Oscars, you're not really catching them. I mean, Chris just caught one. It still keeps it like interesting because you're watching your bait get hit every single cast. Yeah, like you can't be bored because something's happening every single cast. Make one last cast.
Simply a mac and cheese.
Boom. Make one last cast before we move spots. It worked out. This is probably my biggest one.
So we're moving spots. We're getting a fish.
Sweet, biggest one so far, probably about 1.5 pounds. We will find a bigger boy today. Chris is throwing a big ease. Scott, what are you putting on? Scott is flipping a craw creature bait. Classic Oscar Mayer. Oh, Slurpee! Slurp! Dude, I'm excited to throw the fly. If I haven't mentioned, in the next video, Chris and I are planning on doing, oh my gosh, that was a big fish. Chris and I are planning on doing a little bit of a multi-species fly fishing challenge to see who can catch the most fish out here, because there is a gross amount of different fish swimming around.
No, that was a stupid decision.
Hey! Number 5, 4, I don't know. Boom. Oh! It hit my glasses. Like it hit my glasses frame. It saved me.
You chipped the glass, bro. No, I didn't.
I got smoked by Chris.
Look at his right eye.
Oh my God. No, dude, that's like not. Oh my God. Every time.
Dude, my drag was tight, it just slipped.
Oh my, I just got clobbered. Dude, all of us just got clobbered at one time.
That was my best eat. I'm not exaggerating, look at my bait. Oh!
What the hell?
Holy
Was it a gator? You had to drag it over a gator. There's no way. Scott just snapped the flipping hook in half. There's no way.
That was a great eat. I felt it swimming.
Dude, there's no way that wasn't a gator.
Why could it not have been a bass?
Okay, it was a bass. 7 pounds, 10 pounds.
I mean, I think a 6-7 pound bass, if it's sitting, if you hit it hard enough, maybe you can.
That's crazy, dude. I've never seen a flipping hook be snapped in half before.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Boom. Oh, look, it's my biggest one so far.
Oh my God. You'd proceed to throw it anyway.
Hey.
Well, this is half of these fish. There it is.
Chris's hook sets are so ridiculous. All right, there's probably my close to a 2-pounder right there. Awesome, awesome topwater eat, man. I don't think there's many places you can throw frogs at 1 in the afternoon down the middle of a canal and get bass coming up and sharking on them. I will say we're having a high boink to doink ratio.
Yeah.
Chris has a low boink to doink. Scott and I have
I never like grasped that concept.
bites are boinks, hookups are doinks, you know?
Or hits.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy God, Chris. Good Lord. They're like 2 pounds. On top of being surrounded by bass and every freaking type of freshwater fish, basically, we are surrounded by alligators. Scott just whacked the hook into another fish. They're like, look, if you can see behind me, there's an alligator sitting right over my right shoulder, about a 5.5, 6 footer. We got about an 8 footer swimming up in front of us. We probably are seeing close to 25 alligators, and Scott says that's like 1/10 of the ones you see. Like, look at Boyo coming in here because he just heard Scott throw a bass in the water. Dude, 100% just heard him hiss. I'm gonna switch over to that. I've caught a bunch of topwater fish. I think I'm gonna throw a few more casts and then switch over to a flip because Scott's been getting a little bit bigger bites, and he's caught, probably was a 3.5, 4 pound bowfin that just came off. But
Your first aid.
boom, flipping fish. I can't believe that bass just ate a 4-inch, like 5-inch giant craw that I'm flipping.
Oh, Mega Daddy?
Like, that's absurd.
I love that crop.
Oh God. I thought it was so, it felt so heavy when I set the hook. Dude, this sucker's blind in one eye. That's crazy. This is a gnarly looking bass. He has a completely whited out blind eye right there. It looks like he's been scraped up by a gator or something. Like, look at all these scratch marks on him, dude.
Oh, that's what it looks like too when you hook it big. I'm still getting bit on the edges here, but it's mostly smaller. That will take it down, but these guys are getting.
This has been the craziest bass bite I've ever fished. We haven't caught any giants yet, but it's just like, I can't even think about how many bass that I've caught, let alone how many that we've missed.
So I have hooked 3 of these guys in the last hour. This is a bowfin or a mudfish. They are extremely challenging to get a hold of. That's why I grabbed this grip. This is a little one in here, probably about 3-4 pounds.
Could be an epic fish on the fly.
We're catching them while flipping out here, right out in the middle of the canal. These guys will get up to 12-13 pounds. So again, a little bit small, but if you go in there, you're not coming back out as a bait or any small thing. Anyways, we'll send them off nice and graceful. There we go.
So something interesting about bowfin. Yesterday we were fishing for snakehead, and a lot of people commonly confuse bowfin for snakehead and will report that they've caught snakehead in ranges, like places outside of a snakehead's range where they can't live because it gets too cold. But you can definitely see the similarity between them, but once you fish enough for both of them, you can tell the difference.
One really crazy thing about those fish, bowfin also can have a bullseye in their tail. And a lot of people send me pictures of bowfin saying they caught a snakehead, but even the native bowfin in this area can have that spot too, so that's not always the defining factor between them.
All right, the fishing has been pretty much non-stop action so far. I would say I've probably caught close to, I don't know, 15 bass. Scott's had to catch over 20. Chris has got like 3 or 4. Just kidding. Chris has also caught like 15 or 20. The fishing has been good. I'm gonna pick up the fly rod for a little bit just to do something different, but not in this video, but the next video. Chris and I are planning to do a multi-species challenge, so look forward to that. But I'm gonna pick up the fly rod for a few minutes while we close out this video. Chris just got hammered.
Well, that's the nicest one of the day, dude. At least for me.
Beautiful.
They're still eating top waters. I'm getting absolutely lapped by Scott and Lawson here. But there's still some fish up on the bank.
That's what I mean how good the fishing is, that we are literally hooking fish multiple times while I just happen to break out my big camera, which never happens. So, fly rod. Okay, I am very excited for this right here. I am throwing the fly, and Scott has given me a beautiful little popper right here, and I think this is gonna crush anything in this canal. There it is, freaking finally. I assume an Oscar. What do we got? What do we got? Oscarino.
Very first.
Very first Oscarino.
Popper on the flag.
Super cool. That is my first Oscar. I've seen hundreds of them. I just have never actually caught one or really ever even been in an area where I could fish for them. You see them a lot in aquariums, and that's how they got to Florida in the aquarium trade, but they are freaking super aggressive fish, and they fight pretty hard too on the fly and light tackle. So I'm stoked. Crossing fish species off the list. All right, that will be it for this video here. We got to whack, I don't know, close to 50 largemouth between the 3 of us. Huge shout out to Scott for bringing us out here. If you want to fish and do anything that you've been seeing us do, I'll leave his information below and you can come and do this, because Scott is a premier guide down here in South Florida. We are done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Go check out Chris's channel. He's making his triumphant return, right, Chris?
Oh yeah.
Hit that bell.
Hit that notification bell. All right, I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Until the next video, which we're about to start filming here in a few seconds, and it's gonna be an epic challenge. Till then, see ya.